I'm going to start where you currently are, which is github.com/Honolulu_answers. Of course, the README is here, so I'll be going through the steps in the README. So you'll see here that you can install on your computer, but what I'm going to do is set up an Amazon Linux EC2 instance because this has the AWS CLI installed on it. So first thing I'll do is I'll launch the EC2 Management Console. I'll click Launch Instance. I'll select the Amazon Linux 64-bit instance. I'll click Review and Launch. I'll launch it, and then I'll select an existing key pair. So now the instance is starting up. It takes a few minutes for this to start up. I'll give the instance a name. I'll have the instance selected, so I'll click the Connect button, and then I'll copy the example. I go down in my terminal to the directory where I've downloaded my private key from the EC2 key pair. So now I'm connected. I go back to the instructions and I copy the command in order to install Git. I clone the Honolulu Answers Git repository. Then I change the directory to Honolulu Answers. So now I run the AWS CLI command in order to launch a CloudFormation stack. So in running this, you're going to get an error message like the one I'm seeing here, which means you need to run AWS configure to set your AWS credentials on the EC2 instance. Okay, so now that I've configured my credentials, I'll run the AWS CLI command again. And you'll know it's successful because a stack IG gets generated. So now we'll wait about 45 to 50 minutes in order for it to run. So while we're waiting, we'll go to the OpsWorks console. And after about 10 to 15 minutes, you'll see a stack being generated. And actually, the CloudFormation template launches the OpsWorks stack. So after a period of time, you'll see that the OpsWorks stack is building up. There's a CloudFormation stack called Honolulu Answers that was generated when you entered the AWS CLI command. So you can see that the OpsWorks stack is launching. Okay, so now that the instance is running, we'll just click on the public IP link in order to launch the Honolulu Answers application. And there it is. A running Rails application running RDS on OpsWorks using CloudFormation and Chef. So the provisioning of the environment, the deployment, the database, and the application were all fully scripted using CloudFormation, OpsWorks, and RDS. So in OpsWorks, we define a stack, a Rails layer, and an instance. So you can run it as we did from the command line, but you can also set up a Jenkins continuous integration server. So that way you can run through the same scripts with every code commit to the version control repository. Next video covers these steps.